Sydney Pitt, Brad Pitt's niece, breaks her silence in the midst of mourning. She was done an intimate and moving farewell in Brad Pitt's circle. His niece breaks her silence with a heartfelt tribute to Pitt family is in mourning after the sad loss of Jane Etta Pitt, mother of actor Brad Pitt, became known. Her granddaughter Sydney Pitt has been the first to publicly express her pain with words that have moved thousands of people. A sincere tribute, full of love, that gives voice to the most intimate farewell to someone who was considered the soul of the family clan. While Hollywood remained silent and the spotlights await a reaction from Brad, it has been his niece Sydney, daughter of his brother Doug, who has taken the first step. With a post full of memories and emotion, she pays tribute to the woman who shaped her life and the lives of all who knew her, the loss that has moved Hollywood. Last Wednesday, August 6, the death of Jane Etta Pitt, mother of actor Brad Pitt, at 84 years old, was confirmed. The news, first reported by TMZ, states that Jane passed away in recent days, surrounded by the love of her family. Although her passing did not immediately reach the media, social media began to fill with messages of affection and shared memories. Despite the stir caused by the news, Brad Pitt has not yet made any public statement. His closest circle remained silent, respecting the actor's mourning, as he kept a very close relationship with his mother. Jane was always a key figure in his life, both in good times and in difficult ones. To in contrast to Brad's discretion, it has been Sydney Pitt who has become the emotional voice of the family. Her post has been a clear farewell message, an open letter to the world about the human value of a woman who knew how to leave a mark through simplicity and love. Sydney Pitt, visibly moved, pays tribute to her grandmother with an open letter on Instagram. Through her Instagram profile, Sydney shared a message full of nostalgia and tenderness. In it, she remembers her grandmother as an unconditional, generous, and deeply loving woman. "My sweet grandmother, we still weren't ready for you to go," she writes, accompanying her words with endearing family photographs. Among her memories, she highlights that Jane taught her to paint, to find beauty in everyday details, and to always act with kindness. The most emotional moment comes when Sydney sums up what Jane meant to her. She was love in its purest form. Sydney also wrote, "Knowing that you are finally free to sing, dance, and paint again makes it a little easier." A poetic and deeply personal farewell, which has resonated among those who knew Jane and among the actor's followers Jane Etta Pitt, the woman who united a family. Although Jane Etta Pitt always kept a low profile, her role as mother, wife, and grandmother was essential in the actor's life. She was a retired school counselor and was married for more than 60 years to William Alvin Pitt. Within her circle, she was known as the emotional glue of the family. Together with her husband, she raised their 3 children, Brad, Doug, and Julie, in Springfield, Missouri, instilling in them values of respect, faith, and education. Her home was always a refuge, and their family